locations work for you up there. Pick your best asset and take that to the room with you. And boom, your revenues are gonna soar. So go make money and prosper.
I think you're getting them ready for Wall Street.
Well, everybody needs to feel special.
I totally agree. Which is why, Jessica Nash, I think you should come to dinner with me tonight.
That's sweet, Scott,
But what? I'm too young and we work together.
No, it's just that you deserve somebody so much better than me. You know, besides, I'm thinking of quitting all of this, just getting far, far away from here.
Oh, yeah, to that tropical island you've been fantasizing about.
A couple weeks from now, I'm gonna be sitting under a palm tree, alone.
Okay, Jess. It's the usual drop location, and if you decide that you're hungry, my offer still stands.
You're a doll, Scotty.
Whoa, Wayne, what's with the hardware?
Jessica's been ripping me off, and that is just about to end.
This is the 911 operator. What is your emergency?
I'm calling from the playpen. I think someone's about to be killed.
You need some help?
Oh, God, Wayne, you scared me.
Well, I couldn't let you leave without a goodnight kiss. What's the matter, darling? You seem nervous. Everything all right?
Yeah, of course.
Tell me something, Jessica. You would never betray me, would you?
Come on, Wayne. You know I'm your go-to gal, remember?
Yeah, well, just reassure me, okay? I need to be able to sleep at night.
Look, I can explain, okay?
What the hell are you doing? Stay out of this, Stone! You can't just shoot her. She's already dead, man. She was dead the second she stuck her hand in that cookie jar.
Oh, my God.
Put her in the trunk. Do it, or you can join her. All right, now get rid of her and get rid of the car.
Wayne, this is crazy.
Look, Scott, I know you want to live, right?
Hey.
Right. Hold it right there. Problem, officers?
No, we just got a 911 call regarding some possible incident.
What'd you put in the trunk?
Nothing.
Oh, is that right? Well, then, I suppose this is nothing too, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess somebody must have dropped it. Look, man, there's no dead body in there, all right? So if it's all the same to you.
How'd you know we were looking for a murder? All we said was incident.
Would you mind opening the trunk?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, man, unless you got a warrant.
You ever heard of probable cause? Means we don't need a warrant.
I don't even think we need probable cause. This thing's not even latched.
And what did you find in the trunk, Officer Cruz?
Money. With the girl's blood all over it.
Objection, Your Honor. The blood evidence has not been linked to the alleged decedent.
Yet.
Yet, Mr. Blake? Well, of course not yet. You don't even have a body to match it to. Come on, let's move this along. I got a family to get home to.
What else did you find in the trunk, Officer Cruz?
A 9mm Beretta.
Objection, Your Honor. I move that both the gun and the money be excluded as evidence because the search was illegal.
We've already been through this in the preliminary hearing.
Hello. Are you in Judge Taylor's courtroom now, Mr. Blake?
No.
No. You're in my courtroom. And in my courtroom, I make the decisions. Now, both of you, sit down and shut up. It's the opinion of this court that Officer Granger and Officer Cruz didn't have anything even remotely resembling probable cause for the search of the defendant's car. Therefore, defense motion is granted. Contents of the trunk are ruled inadmissible.
How the hell could a judge do that?
Well, how do you think he got the name Hangman Halloran?
From stringing up criminals, not cops.
Well, he's an equal opportunity fascist.
Okay, so where do we stand now?
Either we find our missing witness, Scott Stone, or Wayne Stiles walks.
Man, this is all personal. Halloran thinks I got a get-out-of-jail-free card when Father Damien confessed at my trial.
Well, I hate to tell you this, partner, but a lot of people think that.
A lot of people are judging this murder case, Russ.
Is he? Hey, Cruz, where are
Bobby.
you going?
Bobby, don't do this.
Judge Halloran, I know this is highly irregular.
Well, I try to stop him, but...
Maybe I should go.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. Highly irregular. You guys come storming into my chambers without knocking, and that's the best you can come up with?
With all due respect, Judge, highly irregular describes what you were just doing in here.
And whatever you guys think you saw in here, this is private.
What we think we saw.
Judge, you know, you're absolutely right. We probably didn't get a good look, and it's none of our business anyways.
Whoa, none of our business. The hell it isn't. A married judge doing some broad in his chambers? The same judge who just ruled our search improper?
She happens to be a student of mine, a law clerk, very bright with a very big future.
So then it's okay.
Who I happen to see with the full knowledge and permission of my wife. Has been in a wheelchair since her accident.
Wheelchair?
Yeah, we were skiing in Aspen 2 years ago, our 25th wedding anniversary. We were outside the boundary lines. Hey, you must have read about it in the newspaper.
Geez, Judge. I'm really sorry to hear that.
We had no idea.
Well, it's not something I discuss for obvious reasons. And as far as those insinuations about my ruling on evidence, hey, you guys know my reputation. If it was halfway to a decent search, I would have allowed it.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I had no right to bust in here.
Well, we all make mistakes. I'll forget it if you will.
I think that's our cue. Now let's get out of here.
About your wife, Judge. Again, I'm really sorry.
Go out and find that witness. You'll go a long ways toward making your case, officers.
No body, no weapon. Out Stone, man, they got nothing.
Trust me, whatever rock he's hiding under, he's not gonna want to come out and get slapped with an accessory rap.
Yeah, if the cops find him, they're gonna offer him immunity to testify against me. I can't risk that.
Risk management, my specialty.
How much am I looking at?
50 grand, money back guarantee.
All right, half up front, the rest on delivery. You can talk to my lawyer. He knows where my cash is buried.
Consider it done.
Now, what about the girl?
The girl is a problem.
Well, does she understand everything that I want her to do? And that she doesn't have a choice?
I'm just about to remind her of that.
A woman is missing. We find money with blood on it, a gun that was recently fired, and all that is meaningless?
Guys, the law is the law.
Yeah, but what about what is right, Lieutenant? Where does that fit in?
You heard what Halloran said. Our best bet is finding Scott Stone.
Yeah, but every lead we've gotten on him has turned up cold.
Then put Jamie and Monica inside the club. It's the only thing our players have in common.
They're gonna love that.
You know, normally I wouldn't suggest this because I think it's beneath us, but maybe we could use what we saw in Halloran's chamber.
Stop. I am not going to be a part of trying to influence the ruling of a judge.
The guy is gonna walk.
So you two would just like to ruin Halloran's life to get a conviction?
No, it would never go that far. We just threaten a little leak, put the idea in his head.
Forget about it. It's not gonna happen. I don't care how you try and soft pedal this, it is still blackmailing a judge.
Okay. Look, I just thought maybe I should bring it up.
Don't bring it up again. In fact, if I were you, I'd forget about what I saw.
Easy for you to say.
So I guess this brings us back to Scott Stone. How the hell are we gonna find this guy?
I have to be a stripper again?
No way, Sarge. This is not what I signed up at the academy for.
Look, I know I've demeaned myself in the past, but...
Working undercover is not demeaning yourself. What if you were Jessica Nash's sister? What if doing this made the difference between a killer getting the punishment he deserves or going free?
That is not fair.
We're cops. Fair has nothing to do with it.
Settle down, Patty. Nobody's gonna hurt you. At least not yet. There. Isn't that better?
What do you want?
I got a message from Wayne Stiles. He wants the judge in the bag by tonight. Or you in a steel drawer by tomorrow.
Guess again.
What the hell? Hey! Hold her right there! I got the girl. Oh, it is you. Stay here.
This is 157, 62nd and Pacific in pursuit of a black navigator requesting backup. Damn!
Show me you got the plate number.
No plate. How's the girl?
She's okay, but she split.
I got one for you. That guy in the black navigator, I think I saw him in Halloran's courtroom today.
Yeah, well, I got a better one. The girl he was chasing was Halloran's law student. There's no doubt about it. The woman was definitely Halloran's law clerk.
We'll get to Judge Halloran through the girl.
Then why did she stick around to talk to us?
Unless there's some connection between Halloran and Wayne Stiles, maybe a connection that she didn't want us to know about.
If you're implying judicial misconduct, you're gonna have to give me more than maybe.
Like what? Probable cause?
This is personal with you, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You want to get back at Halloran for throwing out your evidence.
Hey, that was a righteous search we made, okay?
It doesn't matter how we get there, as long as Stiles ends up on death row.
You know, that's the kind of thinking that got your evidence thrown out in the first place.
Corey's right. Halloran may have made our lives tough here, but he's a damn good judge who's backed us up more often than not. So if we're gonna get the Stiles, we're gonna do it without dragging Halloran through the mud.
We need to talk. The girl may be a bigger problem than we thought.
You explained her options?
In no uncertain terms.
We're back in court tomorrow. She has to come through by then.
What if she doesn't?
My client's life is on the line. He's depending on you. Don't let him down.
Hey, how's it going, counselor? I got a message. You wanted to see me?
Yeah, I thought maybe we could go over your testimony again. See if there's any pieces of evidence we could still use.
Yes, absolutely.
Will Blake? Well, you're looking terrific as always. How's that killer forehand?
Still being neutralized by a worthless backhand, I'm afraid. Good to see you, Liz. Oh, Bobby Cruz, Santa Monica's finest. Meet Liz Halloran.
Halloran? As in Judge J. Gunner Halloran?
That's right.
Wait, you mean you're his wife?
Unless there's another one I don't know about.
Do you ski?
Only when it snows. Listen, it was nice to meet you, Officer Cruz. Will, I'll see you at the club.
Sure. Bye-bye. Why, that sick, no-good lying pervert.
Who? 3 guesses.
So you both worked in Honolulu?
That's right. Roxa and Golden Dolls.
But we hear the tips are better here, especially for those little extras, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Show me what you got.
Dream on.
We'll audition, but only on the clock.
All right. You passed the first test. You can dance. You can wait tables.
That's not fair.
This is a strip club. Fair has nothing to do with it.
Well, then maybe you'll change your mind later.
Maybe.
Still can't believe it.
Which part? That Halloran would lie through his teeth, or that someone would actually marry the bastard?
You think his wife has any clue?
She will soon, along with the rest of the world, once that two-faced son of a bitch agrees to dismiss himself from the case.
Granger. Yeah, we'll be right there. Silent alarm just went off at 1100 4th Street.
Isn't that the criminal courts building?
Yeah, let's go.
You've been found guilty. You need to be punished. You're getting a very stiff sentence.
I throw myself on the mercy of the court.
You better. Now do exactly as I say.
What the hell?
I thought I'd seen it all.
Wait till you see what happens when I get you guys for stalking me.
Correction, Your Honor. We're investigating a silent alarm that went off here.
I didn't set off any alarm.
Well, then whoever did may still be in the building.
Maybe it's the same clown that chased your girlfriend on the beach this afternoon.
Go ahead, Judge. Ask her.
So what happened on the beach?
Nothing.
It's the guy from the beach. You're right. Great. So what do I win?
Her name is Patty Wolfson. And no, she's not my law clerk.
What a surprise.
Look, you think this is easy for me?
Do I care?
Why don't we cut to the bottom line, Your Honor?
Okay. I have an addiction to sex. I gotta have it, and I have it a lot. And since my wife doesn't...
Doesn't, what?
This wouldn't be the same crippled for life accident victim I met bounding into the courthouse now, would it?
Don't you see? The lying, the covering up, that's all part of it.
So this Patty Wolfson is what? Your sex therapist?
Who I see with the full knowledge and consent of my wife. That part is true, I swear. Look, I'll take you to her office. I'll show you her certification. She's got her master's from UCLA.
Now, let's just say that we even bought that. Who's the guy in the black navigator?
Patty says it's an ex-boyfriend who's still hung up on her.
What if we told you he knows Wayne Stiles and that he may be using Patty to get to you?
No, Patty would have told me.
Then why'd she run from us this afternoon?
She was trying to protect me. Come on, look, we're all guys here. I'm asking for your help.
From the same cops whose evidence you bounced? Helping a guy we all know is guilty?
Look, that was the courtroom, Officer Cruz. This is my personal life. I never connected to. I suggest you don't either.
Your Honor, if you would like for us to keep this as our secret and get back to business as normal, it's going to cost you.
Cost me what?
I believe your judgment is clouded, not only off the bench, but on it as well. I suppose that has something to do with your love life.
I'm listening.
Get help. Stay focused on the trial, and we will leave your personal affairs alone.
Okay.
Congratulations. You're no longer unemployed.
Great job.
Who's that?
Oh, her name's Patty Wolfson. She works here on the weekends.
Patty Wolfson. Isn't that the name of Halloran's sex therapist?
Yeah. See her degree hanging in here anywhere?
Call your next witness, Mr. Tiburon.
Defense calls Lieutenant Susan Jessup, Santa Monica Police Department, Internal Affairs.
Objection, Your Honor. I fail to see what relevance this witness has to these proceedings.
Mr. Tiburon?
Quite simple. I plan to show a pattern of criminal misconduct in the police duties of Officers Granger and Cruz.
If it please the court...
Sit down, Mr. Blake. You'll have all the time you need to cross-examine.
You're not going to let this in.
Is he telling you how to run your court, Your Honor?
Don't push it, Mr. Tiburon. Lieutenant, aren't you on the stand yet?
What the hell is Halloran doing?
I'd say feeding you to the wolves.
After that tap dance last night? Oh, that's it, I'm blowing the whistle.
Lieutenant Jessup, in your capacity as an internal affairs investigator, you have had contact with Officers Granger and Cruz?
Multiple contacts, yes. In my department, we refer to these two as the Teflon cops.
Objection.
Sustained. You're on a real short chain here, Counselor. Don't test me and make me yank it.
Of course, Your Honor. Lieutenant Jessup, these multiple contacts you described, have they all shared a common thread?
Yes, they've all concerned allegations of misconduct in the handling of evidence, specifically the planting of evidence.
Objection. Is the court forgetting that the key evidence in this case has already been disallowed? This is a blatant ambush by the defense intended to undermine the credibility of Officers Cruz and Granger.
Yeah, like that's even possible.
Objection. Your Honor is making overtly prejudicial statements.
And you're very close to a contempt citation, Mr. Blake. Okay, look, in lieu of the lateness of the hour, I'm going to hold Lieutenant Jessup's testimony over until the morning. This court is in recess until 9 a.m.
Better get your beauty rest, gentlemen. You're gonna need it.
Nothing yet. We're keeping an eye on Patty.
We'll keep the other one on this team.
What are you doing?
I was just looking for someone to party with. You know, someone who'll let me dance.
The customers are thirsty.
Okay, we'll talk later, yeah? It's me. I know you said not to call, but something's happened. Yeah, something bad. I need to see you, you know where. You happy?
Why'd you call?
I'm sorry I called. I'm scared. I didn't know what to do.
Low-life pig.
Hey, I'm not the one on my knees.
Freeze, police! Throw the gun down now!
You okay?
I don't believe this.
Why didn't you tell us you were getting blackmailed?
Well, you'll probably find this hard to believe, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe your therapist is a stripper, but I got 100 witnesses at a club called the Playpen.
We had a deal. My personal life and the case stay separate. If you want to help, stay the hell away.
And in that criminal case, the People versus Robert Cruz, what crime was the defendant charged with?
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Cruz was acquitted.
Overruled. He's just trying to establish a pattern.
Intentional destruction of evidence in a murder case. Officer Cruz was acquitted based on questionable testimony by Father Damien Crane.
And there were allegations specific to Officer Granger as well?
Granger went undercover in a college betting sting. Over $100,000 in evidence money disappeared.
I lost that money. That's how we made our case.
Put a lid on it, Granger.
And there's a more recent case involving the removal of 3 pounds of heroin from the SMPD evidence lockup?
I can't comment on an ongoing investigation.
But she can dredge up irrelevant material from cases she's lost?
Proceed, Mr. Tiburon, but come on, let's bring it on home, okay?
Lieutenant Jessup, can you describe what your office recently learned regarding a missing gun?
Officers Granger and Cruz allegedly confiscated a weapon in an assault case which was never logged into evidence.
A weapon which, by total coincidence, matches the gun they claim to have found in the trunk of Wayne Stiles' car.
This is totally outrageous, Your Honor. Not only is counsel cross-examining his own witness, he's referring to evidence you yourself eliminated at his request.
I am not addressing the evidentiary issue. I am merely trying to establish a pattern of behavior by these officers as it pertains to my client.
I'll allow it.
He's tying a noose around her neck.
Can you describe the missing gun, Lieutenant?
A Beretta, 9mm. And yes, it was the same type gun they allegedly found in the car belonging to Wayne Stiles.
Thank you for adding that. No further questions.
Oh, come on. This is a circus.
I'm warning you, Cruz.
Why don't you just admit it, Judge? They've got you in the bag.
That's it. You're under arrest for contempt. Granger, too.
Me? What did I do?
Get him the hell out of here. Court's adjourned.
Good news is that Holleran dropped the contempt charges against you.
Forget that. What was that BS about a missing 9mm?
Well, for the record, a gun like that did slip past our paperwork a year ago in a Toys for Gun exchange. So technically, you could have taken it.
Well, so could have 50 other people.
Well, then the only plausible explanation for Holleran's behavior is that he's still acting under duress.
Yeah. So Patty Wolfson's working at the club. Stiles has his muscle up with the Screws tour to get her to take dirty pictures with the judge. And blackmails him to toss a murder case to save his own sick ass.
You know, if Stiles walks and there's even a perception that you guys blew this, you'll be in front of the review board before Stiles even gets into a cab.
Look, we can't beat Halloran if we don't win the case, and we can't win the case if we don't have a witness.
So it all comes down to the same thing. Find Scott Stone, or Stiles goes free.
The judge has given the cops 48 hours. If Scott Stone isn't in court by then, you're a free man.
Look, the guys that ought to know where he is don't. Or they're being paid not to tell.
Which means he's getting a lot of money from somewhere.
No, from the club.
I checked with accounting. Place has been packed, but receipts are down 20%.
Yeah, because the cash drops are made by the club manager, this dude named Tebow. He's got to be Scotty's guy.
You want to talk about it?
Is it that obvious?
Yeah, those judges can be a real handful.
Who are you?
Relax, Patty. I'm on your side.
You're a cop.
You and that friend of yours, Monica.
Level with me. Are you blackmailing Judge Halloran?
Yes. No. I mean, I was supposed to.
Don't tell me you actually care for the guy.
I'm in love with him. And now they're forcing me to...
The playpen is really excited now to bring you Miss Patty Wilson.
I gotta go.
Put your hands together, guys.
I think the money's on the move.
You've been a bad boy, Tebow.
Who the hell are you?
A friend of Mr. Styles, who seems to think you might be running cash to Scott Stone.
I wouldn't do that.
You got a choice. Either I kill you right now, or you take me to him and live.
Another man is leading our suspect out of here. We're gonna follow and then we'll call in.
Where the hell have you been? You were supposed to be here last... Long time, Scott. Remember me?
Yeah.
I can handle him. Go get Stone.
Right.
Freeze, please!
Out of there. Do it now. Put your hands up in the air where I can see them.
Don't shoot. Just don't shoot.
And you are?
My name is Scott Stone.
There's been a lot of people looking for you, Mr. Stone.
Found them in Tebow's car.
Oh, my God.
Stop it.
Patty, it's Jamie. Listen, we just arrested Scott Stone.
Really, that's great.
The bad news is Tree got... Hey, Patty? I said stay put. Hello? Damn.
What do you mean she's missing?
We sent a car over to the club last night after we picked up Scott Stone, but she wasn't there.
If something's happened to her, I'll never forgive myself.
Well, I guess you should have thought of that before you let it get this far.
Halloran.
Gunner, please.
Patty, where are you?
If you ever want to see her alive again, you'll do what I say.
What do you want?
Tomorrow you walk into court, you drop the charges against Wayne Styles.
I can do that, but I'm gonna need more time.
You don't have any more time.
What have I done?
It's not what you've done. It's what you're gonna do.
What is it?
Mr. Tiburon is here to see you.
Jack Tiburon? What? Okay, send him in. You better know what you're doing.
Just follow our lead.
You wanted to see me, Your Honor?
Actually, Counselor, we called this meeting.
Anything you have to say to me, you can say in court.
Sit down, Jack. Or the next time you're in court, you'll be the defendant.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Scott Stone.
Mr. Stone, you've been a very hard man to find for a couple of months. Can you tell the court why?
I knew the police were looking for me, that I was also a suspect in Jessica Nash's murder.
Mr. Stone, can you tell the court if the district attorney's office has offered you any sort of deal?
Objection.
Not today, Mr. Blake. Answer the question.
I was offered immunity in exchange for my testimony against Wayne Stiles.
So, you'll walk away from here a free man if you testify against my client, and you'll be subject to criminal prosecution if you don't.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Proceed, Mr. Timmering. Get to the point.
Of course, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Stone. On the night of the alleged homicide, tell the jury what you saw.
I didn't see anything. I don't know why they think I did. I wasn't even there.
Objection. We clearly established.
Give it up, Mr. Blake. Bad search, rogue cops, a corrupted witness. The only thing missing here is the bloody glove.
Your Honor, please, if I may.
No, you may not. And if you ever bring a mess like this into my courtroom again, I'm going to have you disbarred. I take it the defense would like to have a dismissal of all charges.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Motion granted. Case dismissed. Mr. Stiles is released from custody.
How you want, Scotty?
This one's on the house, partner.
Oh, never thought LA air could smell so good.
After county jail, a sewer smells good.
You might be right about that. You mind driving?
No problem. Where are we going, by the way?
You'll see. Hey, you made it. You want to get away with murder? Do it in LA. Right, counselor?
Sure, Wayne. Whatever you say.
See inside? As promised. Damn, Trey, what'd you do to her?
She was making too much noise. I had to quiet her down.
All right, let's finish it.
God's sake, you're not just gonna kill her in cold blood.
Don't worry, counselor. You won't have to get me off for this one.
Bastard, you set me off! Cops! Lots of them! Police, everybody freeze!
Drop the weapon now!
Down on the ground!
Please go for it.
It's okay. You're all right now.
In view of the fact that the case of the People versus Wayne Stiles was tried under direct judicial duress, personalized blackmail plot against the presiding judge, all decisions in the above titled action are overturned and the case is reinstated. Oh yeah, I can do that. Further, the allegations of police misconduct against Officer Cruz and Officer Granger withdrawn. The community owes a debt of gratitude to these two. In view of the fact that the case of the People versus Wayne Stiles was tried under direct judicial duress, personalized blackmail plot against the presiding judge, all decisions in the above titled action are overturned and the case is reinstated. Oh yeah, I can do that. Further, the allegations of police misconduct against Officer Cruz and Officer Granger withdrawn. The community owes a debt of gratitude to these two fine officers and the entire Pacific Blue Division. One more thing. Despite my cantankerous reputation, I've thoroughly enjoyed my 22 years on the bench. But in light of recent events, I think it's time for me to finally step down. I know this is going to come as bad news to all the attorneys that I've badgered and harassed over the years, but I think you're going to learn to live with it. It's been a blast, guys. Well, don't just stand there like a bunch of sheep, ladies and gentlemen. This court's adjourned.
Hey, that was some speech in there, Judge.
Yeah, you ever think about running for politics?
What, have some federal equivalent of you two pawn through my personal life? No, thanks. Just a minute, honey.
I hate to rain on your parade, Your Honor, but isn't she still a witness?
Who cares? I'm not a judge anymore, remember? I'll send you guys a postcard from Cabo.
Some try